Yep. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. I'm going to be getting some more time on the F7, and I've just got a new selfie stick. Can you tell? Problem is, I can't reach the camera. So, I have to do this to reach the camera. And then put it back up there again. See. Got the F7 as you've seen in the previous video. If you haven't seen the previous video, I'll put a link in here and in the description below. Where I was starting MOT prep on it. I was going through it last time, I had the carb up and I put the belts on it because it needed two new alternator and water pump belts, done them, but there was an air leak which you've seen and I showed you on the top of the gearbox for the range change. So I'm going to get some work done on the F7. Ooh, it's weird having a selfie stick. Couple of spanners. Can't remember what size it is. Where's my cup of tea? There it is. T WD. Oil one here. Oil ring again. 15. I is correct. Woohoo! So I will go get the impact driver, knock them screws out. And then hopefully I can pull that up and see why she's leaking out everywhere. It's hopefully just like a ball and spring. So like there's the spring with a ball bearing and it just needs to be moved or cleaned out. Just gonna have a look. Let's see how this works. I genuinely have no idea how this is gonna turn out. Let's see if I can see on... Shut up, man. Shut up. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Try again. Go, no. Be easy if she was still a tractor unit. Oh no, my foot's stuck. There we go. D. Make sure that's in nice. Everything's cracked off free. It should. And it didn't. That's going to make life harder. Gonna have to get that out. There's a spring. This is making life harder now. That's just broke. That wasn't coming undone. Bloody hell. There's always something in there. So I'm back to the tripod again. I'm not sure that I like the helmet cam. I'm going to find out when I do the edit and see whether I like it or not. And we'll see whether I continue using it as much. I might use it for certain jobs, but I don't know if I like it for this job. I am busy trying to get that stud out of the box. It's the screw that snapped. It's well and truly seized in. And yes, it's great. Slightly change of plan. I have decided, because I'm tired, I was out last night, I didn't film it because it was a bit of a rush job. I have decided I've covered up the box, the hole, so you can't get in, nothing get in. And I've soaked the thing with WD, I'll give it another good soaking. And let this sit. Let that sit like that overnight. Hopefully get some penetrating fluid in. Hopefully the penetrating fluid will get in and that act, get down into the threads, and then hopefully tomorrow when I get a little bit of time after I painted that Fiesta which is in the garage, I will get a chance to come and have a gander at getting that out. Wish me luck. It's been a day. I've been soaking it with trade size WD-40. Soaking it all day. I soaked it all day and all night. Or all night and all day should I say. And as you can see, it's burned. I put some that silver tape is heat-proof tape. It's not heat-proof, but it's heat-resistant tape. It's alloy tape. I put that over the box to stop any ingress of dirt overnight. So as you can see, I've got my little... That was timed really well, wasn't it? So I've got my little tappy stick and warmed it up around here, facing that way, away from the air pipes and the oil pipes and everything. and I just went, warmed it up, as you can tell by the burn mark. Tappy, tappy, tap, 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 tap. Nice tappy taps. A load of them. Exact shock can sometimes set them free. And threw my grips on. Watch this be tight again because it's cooled down. Oh no, it's not. Threw my grips on, wiggled it, and she started to come out. And here we are. Look. That is the face. This is the face of success. Change of plan. I'm not going to vapor blast this. I was going to vapor blast it, but I don't know if you can see. That black thing in there is no ring, so I don't want to damage that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flat it with some. I've got the lights on, so it's hard to see. I'm going to flat the surface off with some wet and dry. Probably start with like 400 and then go up to 1000. Make sure it's nice and flat and clean. Now I'm going to do the same on the box. And I'm going to just clean off the top of that there. Hold on. With some brake clean. Got the rag now. Put some brake clean on it. Squeeze back in here. Give us a nice clean off. Cleany, cleany. Lovely. That's nice and clean. Because what I'm going to do is I'll climb myself out of here. Whee. What I'm going to do is, you can see that there. Can you see that there? You can see that there a bit. Squidge some of this in, and this will just help it slide up and down. Pause. Going to some Dago. This is the best engine sealer stuff you can get. Helps seal it up, really. I'm not building it up like you see some people they put it on and it's splurged out everywhere. Just get thin. Next job, I need to go and get me bolt. Let's get this clicked together. I don't think I'll be able to film this bit, so 2 seconds. Let these up. Time to get in the wagon and see, get it fired up and see whether that's helped it from leaking. Woohoo! I gotta pull that. That looks like the cable for the range change. I gotta pull that out soon as well because I need to clean it a little bit because it's getting really stiff. Ooh, I'm recording. Hello. So I've been fiddling with the range change. This is the range change on the Gearbox. That's high range, low range, high range, low range. It is a bit stiff. It's not like horrendously stiff, but it is stiff. But I was thinking, I'll pull the cable out and I'll strip and clean and lubricate the cable, but I don't really want to get involved that much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the... Where did all those leaves come from? That was weird. I'm going to pull the gear knob off because it splits and I can get to the cable. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some lube on the cable, work it, and hopefully that'll free it off a bit. So hopefully, anyway. There's a spring and a ball bearing which I don't want to lose. There. Because that controls where the shift is. That's it there. So let's get this. I didn't realise it was adjustable. Let's get this gear knob off. I just dropped the nut. Where'd that go? Where did that go? The nut stuck my finger as I put. Oh, bugger! Yeah, that was a lucky bugger. But yeah, hunky dory. I'm gonna squirt some brake clean doing there, I think. So I'll go down and clean, and then soak in doing that tube with some nice penetrating lubricant. I've sent some lubrication doing its neck. Next job, put this back together. It is stiff, but it's low range, high range, low range, high range, low range, high range. So, goodness, it is usable. It's just stiff. Move it like that. All like that. It's not too bad. And I've got my
your lumpy wrist. So I think we'll try it at that, because I don't want to get too involved and then end up with problems when it is, pardon me, when it is working and it's just a little bit stiff. So next job, let's start her up and see if she's holding air. I've drained all the air out of the tanks, and I'm going to see how she builds up there, and then I'll probably go around the whole thing with a squirty bottle and see if I can find out where air leaks are coming from. Of course she'll start up. Built up my wind. Let's go and squirt some joints and see what we've got. First off, of course, where we've just been. Squirt. There's a hole in this bottle or something. There's a hole in this bottle. I was wondering where I rolled it, my fluid went to. There's a hole there. Yeah, man. Sorted it. I've adjusted it up a little bit, so click. You can hear the box knocking in it as well, hopefully. 1, 2, hunky dory. That's a winner. Well, it's been a few days since I was back being on the Volvo. Today I'm going to get some more time on it because it's a nice blue sky. So might as well go and do some work on the old F7. Chase down some of these air leaks, which I've still got. I sprayed all the unions under the carb, and I didn't think it was leaking, but I think it is leaking when you put the Bronx brake in. And it obviously popped out last time I was on, and I hadn't pushed it back in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the thing started up, build up the wind, back her out, and when the carb's tilted and the Bronx brake's in, then I'll spray them, because obviously lets all the air circulate through the handbrake system. Let's get it started up. I'm going to point you there, right at the exhaust, for a nice cold start, because why not? This is what I mean about the Bronx brake. You can see there, no, you can see it. So you push this in, like that, and you watch the air drop. Or not. See how much it drops a bit. Because that must let the air circulate properly around the braking system. So when it drops the air down too low, it pops that out, and then it won't go unless you push it in. Could be wrong. That's how I've always understood it anyway. If you know any better, drop a comment below and tell me. I don't know. I'm still learning. But I've still got the lovely. Well, that's not cured yet. I don't know whether you can hear that, but it's not cured yet. There's still more, well, diagnostic to do with that. See if I can get that to stop leaking. These things you gotta try. But I'm leaving it running, and I'm giving some other bits of squirt around while I'm waiting. Stink. Be nice when the M-Nox is on. Just spray all the these connections. See if we get any leaky dickies. I doubt we'll get any from here. Like, I had one from here and just checked it a second ago. It was just from the drain. I'll give it a wiggle around and spun it around, it's alright. So this is the interloop system. Instead of having grease nipples, it has an automatic oiler. Nothing there that I can see. There's a tank scrap I made, still holding up good. Yeah, that's okay, I'm happy with that. Yeah, so the idea of not using gasket didn't work, as you can see. I've got that to do. I'll put a gasket in. Yeah. These things you gotta try. It's not a problem now. I know it's gonna come out, so we'll wait and see how that goes. Just trying to look what else, but other airlines I can get to without having to crawl about underneath it at the minute. Now, to quickly get the squirty bottle. Don't rest on the table because it's just been running. Well, all the exhaust manifold for that matter. Bloody hell, let's do that. Just gonna clean up, lovely. All soaked. And watch it not make a single bubble. See if I can hear it. I can hear it. Couple of box brakes tired. Brom's brake, I mean. I realised I was saying Bronx brake instead of Brom's brake before. There's a bubble there. I'm going to turn the camera off and have some look. I found the leak on the handbrake. The bung, the plug, it's supposed to be in there. I don't know if you can hear that or not. But if I put my finger in, it stops, builds up wind. So I'll try and spray. I've already sprayed them, so don't worry. It's hunky dory. Yeah, I'm just gonna methodically go around it and see if I can find air leaks there. So being through it, I can't find as many leaks as I thought I might have, which is grand news. I've just been up to have a look at the handbrake, which is where it was beeping from. I was thinking, oh, it must be a union missing, but there's not. What it is that's where it ditches the air from when you release the handbrake. I've just got another one here. I can quickly show you. So this is the handbrake system. I bought this one out as well because I want to free it off, because this is cast alley and this is mild steel, and it's locked itself up. So you got two pipes in, you got a blank. I know that always has two pipes in and one out, and then that one. This one must be a rigid one, I think. That must be the for the unit. I think it locks up all four or both axles. And the rigids, I think it only locked up the back axles. I think. Can't remember. So you can see doing there, that hole there. You can't really see down it very well, but it's where it ditches the air from. You can, when you release the handbrake, you go. It goes out of that hole there. So I'm going to have a look and see if there's anything I can do to try and remedy it leaking. First things first, I'm going to get this one cleaned up in the automatic cleaner. I'll just drain it out. There's the old grubby stuff. Some fresh new G101 hot water mix. I'll get the thick brushed off quickly, and then I'll throw it in there, get it nice and clean. Ready for the glug 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 glug. Oh, glug glug glug. Let's see how that comes out. Oh, let's get it out. That's much cleaner. I'm going to rinse it off. It's warm. Well, it's about 40 degrees. Rinse this off in the sink with some hot water. Now, much cleaner. One of the things I want to do first, I think, it's on the welder, is I want to see if I can get this freed off, because it's absolutely solid. Not moving. So what I might do is I might warm up this cast and give it a tappy tap and put some oil in. It'll penetrate while I look at the rest of it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the platy knob off, because I don't want to get it, don't want to damage it. The cast will warm up a lot faster than the steel. There we go. Penetrate down into that a bit more. Just free it off. Ta-da! So I'm busy pulling this handbrake apart. Top off. This goes in there. Those two collets there. Put it all together. There is a circlip, and hopefully this whole thing should come apart. I should be able to see the seals inside. So I've got the circlip out, and that comes with. There's a plunger with a big spring, and there's an O-ring on the back. Just throwing this through the ultrasonic cleaner. I've been on the front of Taylor's getting some red rubber grease, and I am going to. I had this through the thingy as well. It's all cleaned up, and I'm going to put new red rubber grease in, lubricate it all up, make sure it's all spotless clean, click it all back together. Well, I've got me red rubber grease, which I'm gonna. It's all cleaned out and clean and shiny, and well, it is still grease in there, which I don't mind because grease is grease. Grease is gonna keep it nice and lubricated. I'm gonna Put my red rubber grease on the seal down there, which looks nice. All red rubber grease up me thingies here, me O-rings and everything. Make sure it's all hunky dory. So it's all clicked together inside. I've just got to lift this spring up. I'm going to might be able to push it from the other side, and I will be able to put the collets in. These are the two collets. Let's go in two halves. Let's maybe get one in new. I can't. They go in there. Just like a valve collet. So I'll get them clipped in, and then I'll put some more red rubber grease in because I want the whole thing laced so it's lovely and lubricated and clean. And then she's ready to just click on the wagon, I think. Click this back in here. Just got to put that up back on. Yoop. Hunky dory, man. And I'll give it a squirt of paint before I put it back in the wagon as well. Lovely. Click. Mint. Got my edge. Let's give it a squirt. I will make it look nice and clean again. Time for the old black car now. Just to spruce it up a little bit. Well, I've got the chest mount on. Let's go and see how this works. Something like that. Having a chest mount on, then trying to do it with one hand. So, let me get this off here. There we go. I don't mean like that. Get it out on me arse. Like that. That's it. Let's get that clicked in there. I can start putting the pipes on. If I can get it to start. So I'm having problems with the brake for some reason. I can't figure it out yet, but it is too late to pull it apart and put it back together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it away back in the shed again and call it a day. Right, so following on from yesterday, sorry I got a bad back at the minute, I have found that I think what I've done is when I second guess myself with the pipes, I've put them on backwards. So it's feeding the wrong side of the brake. Because I found when I put the wagon away last night that I could have the handbrake on and aired up and I could move the wagon. Then when I came back, I'd knock all the wind out of it and pump the brakes. I dropped all the air out of the tanks and it would still make a rocket on the wheel. And as soon as I let the handbrake off, it ditched all its air and put the spring brakes on. So my thinking is I put those two pipes on wrong when I second guessed myself. So I'm going to see whether I can do it in situ, because I might be able to get this out in the wagon with the carb down so I can crack the pipes off and put the pipes the right way around. Let's have a look and see. There's two screws, that one in there and that one in there. There's knee wind in it, so I don't have to worry about it. As you can see, there's knee wind in it. I dropped all the air out of the tanks. So I'm going to pull these two screws out and see whether it makes any difference. See if I can get it to be right, should we say. So it does seem that I can get to the unions. Let's get these cracked off and swept around and see how she goes. I've got the pipes switched around. That was fun because I realised after I'd undone them that because there's a little bit of tension on them, if I pull it off it goes ping and fires back into there. Back together. Let's go and get the keys and give her a starty start. Well, she's built up wind. Now for the moment of truth. Or not.